So continue on with this one.
Girls burst into laughter at the thought of men my height even existing. Brutal, 31 years old, zero chance in life.
I disagree.
He's 5 feet tall.
I disagree.
You disagree?
With his message. I will say that the large majority of women is looking to date a man who's tall or taller than them at least. But I think being 5 feet is not a deal breaker. Like, even for me personally, I ideally look for men who are my height or taller if we're talking about completely materialistic stuff. But if I found a man who checked off all my boxes and who would be a good father and take care of me, I don't care about height. And I think there are not a lot of women who would agree with me, but there are women who agree.
The thing is, though, you have to account for there's a certain percentage of women who will say they don't care about height, but even if like there's something in your subconscious that you're still going to be less like knee-jerk attracted to a guy who's shorter than you.
It's funny because the three of us, Kirby, Malia, and I actually had this conversation in the car, and it's not that height matters. It's a lot of times shorter guys are just very insecure and not confident, and they just carry themselves in a very just put-offish way. If shorter men had more confidence, I think women would be more attracted to shorter men.
Well, this is kind of what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, what if there was just swaths of women that didn't want to date them because they were shorter, so that helped in their development of being insecure about their height?
And I agree. It's because of society that they feel insecure. But just because society puts you into a box doesn't mean you have to hate yourself and be unhappy with your life. If you're short, you just need to accept that, and you can be successful in the business world. You can work on the gym. There are things you can change about yourself, but you're never going to be able to change your height. So you need to just accept it and be confident about it.
I mean, I certainly agree with you that you ought to accept your circumstances and try to make the best of it as you can. But practically speaking, I would tend to agree with him that, a guy who is 5 foot tall is going to face certain specific struggles when it comes to dating related to his height.
But he said he's given up. And I'm saying there are
I don't think he should give up.
Who would date. I don't know. My advice to him would just be to accept that you're short. And don't give a fuck. You're going to get rejected a lot more than someone who's not short, but you just need to keep trying.
Also, he lives in communist Canada, so maybe he could try his hand at maybe Asian countries, Latin America, they're shorter over there.
I mean, there's
passport bro.
There's always that saying.
Passport bro.
There's always a somebody for everybody. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, find yourself a 4'9" queen, dude.
Yeah.
I won't steal her from you, dude.
Well, you said beginning of the show, he's a fan of the show. Go get some status, right?
Wait, is that like an own?
No, it's not at all. With the logic of your show.
What was
get status, because if you think women date up, go get rich.
Go get rich.
Well, yeah, you try to level yourself up in as many ways as you can. It can obviously start with your looks. Get in the gym. Try to make yourself as appealing physically as you can. Get some, try your best to level up.
You can do it.
Get rich.
We believe in you.
Get famous. But let's be realistic too. It's a lot saying, "Oh, just get some status." Do you realize how hard it is to just go get some status? You can't just go to the store and be like, "Excuse me, clerk, I'd like some status today."
All of your status.
Give me some status.
He just needs to come on the Whatever podcast.
This is kind of
there you go.
Most people who try to get some sort of status will probably never end up getting it. Yeah. It's the same way, just become a super charismatic, charming guy. Most people don't even have the capacity to ever become funny or charming or charismatic. True. Most people are just going to be normal, average people of average personality. So I don't know how useful that is.